Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Please versus Sheik. This game taking place here on Tide Hunters. Over here on the top left hand side of the map, we have Sheik spawning as the yellow undead. He will be going up against Please, spawning as the blue night elf over here on the bottom right hand side of the map. Speeding things up to 4 times speed because we don't need to see an Ancient of War, Altar of Elders, Crypt, and Altar of Darkness train up what will most likely be a Death Knight, Ghouls, Keeper of the Grove, and Archers. So Keeper of the Grove already online, Death Knight already coming online as well. Archers are being trained, Ghouls are being trained, and yes, I did look into my crystal ball and see into, well, 10 seconds into the future. Only works in WarCraft 3 and only works when, well, on replays. Anyways, coming back around, we're looking at the Keeper of the Grove already popping on out here. Going to clear up this creep camp, pick up the item, and now move on his merry way to try and clear up an additional creep camp while the Archer and the Ancient of War do the majority of the work. That's management for you. But then again, that Keeper of the Grove getting stronger, getting more experience does help the team overall. Coming back around, a Death Knight coming across to the north. You're going to clear up the Snarecaster creep camp. We can see an expansion attempt is underway as the Keeper of the Grove trying to put in pressure already. Summoning some treants. Is he going to be able to break free from there? Not going after that low hit point ghoul. That did come as a bit of a surprise as the Keeper of the Grove just needs a little bit more experience to try and get to level 2. All right, those treants are really trying to break down all of these units here. Are we going to see any ghouls actually getting taken down here? Keeper of the Grove still sitting at level 1 after all this time, trying to rack up a little bit more damage here. Are we going to see a Death Knight Death Coil? That is the question. One more auto attack, one more kill does, well, clear things up, and that is going to give level 2 to the Keeper of the Grove. He could get an Entangle off, get another kill there, as new ghouls are now being brought over here onto the battlefield. Blight now being summoned down. That additional regeneration could have worked wonders as the treants are now, well, fighting for their lives against their ghouls here. An Entangle onto an Acolyte. Acolyte will get taken down. There's a detonation as the Ziggurat may get canceled, and if it does get canceled, that Blight that is underneath it will also be lost as well. Please doing a great job keeping Sheik in check as Sheik now gets to level 2. Death Coil coming online as a little bit of extra mana for getting to level 2 is enough as the Keeper of the Grove looking to finish off another ghoul here. Keeper of the Grove going there, gets another Entangle. Is he going to get the experience? He will, as there is not enough time to deny. Keeper of the Grove looking to retreat all the way back here. Archers are getting in some easy shots and damage onto some skeletal minions. Keeper of the Grove now turning back around. Going to exchange some blows, get more experience there, and perhaps try and actually go after that low hit point ghoul. There's a Shadow Melt, and is it going to be in time? It will be in time. Death Knight still doesn't have Dust of Appearance. There goes another skeletal minion there as the Keeper of the Grove may simply just prance on back home and then perhaps try and get to level, to heal back up. All right, Keeper of the Grove down to 83 hit points, 58. There's that Staff of Teleportation. There are some Moon Wells, and that Keeper of the Grove will be back ready for action in no time. Sheik has tech to tier 2, but has set up a necropolis at the expansion. No haunted gold mine as of yet, but because the necropolis is there, he will be able to saturate it while teching the tier 2 at his main base. That is an important thing to note as we're looking at some damaging archers finishing off one skeletal minion here as the Keeper of the Grove now, well, rushing back off to the north. Please taking a sizable experience lead, but it hasn't translated into an actual level yet. So far, Keeper of the Grove continuing to put pressure on the Death Knight. Death Knight has no easy way of getting damage or healing any damage at this point and stage in the game. As well, no obsidian statues does spell a bit of a problem for the undead army. Keeper of the Grove now making its way into the center portion here, trying to put damage onto the necropolis before the necropolis does get up and operational. Ghouls now coming over to try and put some pressure or act as a little bit of base defense as a Fire Lord as the follow-up hero. Please looking to continue with that pressure. Tries to go for the Fire Lord, but the lava spawns are not going to be in time to actually impart any true damage onto this necropolis here. Entangle now going down. You can see lava spawn is looking to put in a little bit of damage, as we can see also an Acolyte going to be absorbing quite a bit of damage here. Lava Spawn does need to back away. The Lava Spawn doesn't want to be the one with the slower attack. The Lava Spawn wants to engage, go after units, and by taking down buildings and units, be able to split. He hasn't been able to do exactly that yet, as the Nerubian Tower already at 300 hit points and dropping quickly, as it may end up getting taken down here. Lava Spawn should be trying to retreat all the way back here. Archers should continue to put in the damage onto that Nerubian Tower, as that Nerubian Tower is going to fall, and well, so are the chances of an expansion for Sheik in the next 2 minutes. We are at Halls of the Dead. We are resummoning that Altar of Darkness. Remember, undead players often unsummon their Altar of Darkness to try and establish up the expansion, and Sheik is now very much behind, as he no longer has an expansion, had to resummon the Altar of Darkness, and now trying to train up that Lich. Back at home, Please is not... Please is just wandering around with the Fire Lord here, perhaps trying to get in a bit more experience before it ventures out. The Fire Lord is the one, I believe, that should have gotten that agility bonus there. It does do a little bit of additional damage, but I think the Keeper of the Grove was actually the one that picked it up. Yeah, all right. Keeper of the Grove, I believe, picked it up there. A little bit less damage for that Fire Lord and less survivability. Lava Spawn's going to go ahead and, well, split, even though they are standing in puddles of water, getting splashed by these enraged elementals. They do not take additional damage, even though thematically it would be cool. Yeah, just difficult to explain and try to account for every single type of damage out there. Keeper of the Grove going to finish that off here. Fire Lord still wandering around through the water once more, and we'll see what this Fire Lord looks to do. Keeper of the Grove is staying steady at level 3. He's going to Staff of Teleportation out, hoping to give that Fire Lord level 3 and perhaps level 2 lava spawns. Behind this, though, he will be going up against a Death Knight and a Lich. Death Knight, Lich, Slaughterhouse should be training up an Obsidian statue as well, and this is the problem right now for Sheik. He had invested a large amount of gold into trying to establish up an expansion. That did not go well, and he is trying to play a game of catch-up right now. Meanwhile, the Fire Lord here is going to have an experience lead, and also seeing that Please has set up an expansion of his own. This Tree of Life will be able to entangle this gold mine here in just a moment. Tree of Ages now training up more hippogriffs, as they will be taking to the skies. Hippogriff riders taking to the skies will, well, cause quite a number on all of these ghouls until the Crypt Fiends do get that precious web. Web being able to stop the high mobility of these flying units, while enabling the Crypt Fiends to actually deal damage to these lightly armored units, thereby taking a bit of bonus damage. Firelord will get to level 3, so dual level 3 heroes coming across from Please. Meanwhile, Sheik still sitting at level 3 and level 2. Sheik has a window, or Sheik's chances of winning are closing rather quickly unless he is able to stop this oncoming onslaught and also punish the expansion here. Please is in a proper position to just try and beat down his opponent. Even if he exchanges efficiently or exchanges just 1-to-1, because of that economic advantage, he'll be able to rebuild that army just that much faster. Keeper of the Grove also coming across with Scroll of the Beast, Scroll of Healing, and ready to go in for a timing push, looking to push with a large amount of damage. All right, in comes the units here. Are we going to see the Scroll of the Beast now be used? Destroyer form now being researched before, only one Obsidian statue, 2 Obsidian statues just down out here onto the battlefield. Roar really should be used. There it goes. There is that Scroll of the Beast trying to rack up large amounts of damage, as the lava spawns are going to try to continue to fire as well. All right, it looked like there was a Devour magic of some sort here, but that can't be possible because the Destroyer form's still not done. Archers, Hippogriff Riders continuing to pelt out that damage, +4 damage, rather high when you consider the number of units that are attacking, and lava spawns still hoping to do a little bit of splitting as well. All right, more damage racking up. Please hitting the reset button, knowing that, hey, I can just rinse and repeat, buy a bunch of consumable items, come back in here, and you will not be ready for me at all. Tree of Ages, no Staff of Preservation, even though I would expect one at this point in stage with with Hippogriff Riders being such an expensive unit. You want to be able to deny that experience when they fall. Death Knight, Lich continuing to battle it up here. Slaughterhouse has completed that destroyer form upgrade. 51 supply compared to 32, and now in comes the Night Elf army again, ready to keep Sheik up against the ropes and beat him while he is down. He has a smaller army. He has less of an economy. The only advantage he has is that he is undead with a Death Knight and a Lich and Obsidian statues at tier 3, and sometimes that is enough. Treants making sure that there is no expansion there. Economic advantage for Sheik. Hero level advantage for Sheik. Army size advantage for Sheik. This should be a walk in the park, but it just doesn't seem to be the case here, as the Lich with dual gloves of haste and that orb of corruption can really rack up a large amount of damage. Keeper of the Grove trying to come back across here. Rock Golem down to 98, 68 hit points. Who got the experience? I believe the Night Elf did, giving him nearly level 4 onto that Keeper of the Grove. Now, meanwhile, we see Web onto all of these Hippogriff Riders. It is the Crypt Fiends that are going to be making a big deal. There's a big Death Coil trying to keep that Crypt Fiend alive a little while longer, as the Keeper of the Grove now sits at level 4 too. Death Knight and now looking to retreat back. Firelord is right behind, very close to level 4, as we see a couple of webs being brought down. There goes one Fairy Dragon. Another Fairy Dragon could get taken down, but level 3 Lich with level 2 Frost Nova now on the table, and that is going to be a definite problem here. Remainder of the creep camp really not worth killing, as perhaps Sheik realizes if his opponent has an expansion, he needs to make sure that the game does not go long. Unsummoning the Altar of Darkness, this is going to be a timing push, knowing that he needs to close this game out before his opponent is able to run away with it. And if he's able to deal large amounts of damage to these Hippogriff Riders before the tech swap changes, that would be enough. Death Knight sitting at level 3, nearly at level 4. One Destroyer out, handful of Crypt Fiends. Army sizes are about the same, and here we are getting ready to engage as the expansion is spotted. Please's expansion giving him that economic advantage, 14 gold a second compared to 10, even though Please is in low upkeep. Army now getting position, ready to make its way back over. There is only, 4 Crypt Fiends in this bunch here, and if they get webbed down, that would be enough. True Shot or on the Keeper of the Grove, going to maximize more damage here, as the Wisp now making their way around. All right, we're going to see some Devour Magic trying to save some of those Crypt Fiends from that entangle, turning things back around. There's some detonations. Are they hitting the Obsidian statues in the back? No, they are not. More Crypt Fiends joining in on the battle here. There's a couple of webs. Treants now joining in, a little bit of a flank right there, as Sheik needs to realize the forest is alive and may start attacking you if you are not careful. Continuing to battle it up. Dual Wisps getting Frost Nova right there. Fairy Dragons, trying to go after Mana Flaring those Obsidian statues as the unit's still retreating back. There goes another Death Coil to save that Crypt Fiend there, but some beautiful pathing by a Lava Spawn, this not allowing that retreat. Please still with a sizable supply advantage, even though it hasn't translated into an army advantage yet. Level 4 compared to a level 4, level 3. Crypt Fiends continuing to retreat back. Firelord continuing this push, as the Obsidian statues need to heal up all of these Crypt Fiends as well. Death Knight does have level 2 Unholy Aura, able to retreat back faster than the Night Elf can pursue. 57 supply. Army sizes, though, still very, very even overall. And we are looking at what Sheik can do to try and stay in this game. Perhaps buy some more consumable items. Destroyers now making their way out. A nice burst of damage onto any completely suspecting hero could give him the victory. 61 supply compared to 49. Economic advantage belonging to Please Sheik. The only real advantage is that tech advantage now, as he is at tier 3. We are still at tier 2 for Please. Tier 3 opening up that Orb of Corruption and those Destroyers. All right, trying to finish things off. There's another detonation there. Tree of Life is about to, may end up falling much more easily than I anticipated. That fortified armor coupled with going up against piercing and magic damage should have been able to hold off much of that damage here, as we see a couple of webs now being brought back over. Devour Magic, there's a Death Coil trying to save that Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend now looking to back away. Slow, it looks like it is getting slow poisoned as well. causing a bit of problems. More damage still coming back across here. You can see more damage onto that Crypt Fiend, well, unable to be saved. 43 supply compared to 63, and now finally, pleased with a large army supply advantage, going after the Crypt Fiends, and Sheik is just in trouble. Sheik needs to, well, translate and trade efficiently, but Please is able to trade more efficiently because of his larger army and being able to focus down units faster than Sheik is able to save them with death coils. Meanwhile, the Lich are trying to get some Frost Novas off, not able to really maximize the damage on these tightly grouped air units. There goes a Frost Nova there, but level 3 Frost Nova not really phasing these 780 hit point Hippogriffs. More damage still racking up. Destroyer down to dead, as the Dryad's slow poison is enough to keep it in its tracks, and Sheik does give the GG, and as though he did do a valiant effort. He didn't sit back, he didn't relax, he knew the situation and knew that only if he tried to attack in an unfavorable position would he have a chance to win. He was able to hold on to that fight for much longer than I had expected, trying to keep it even, but eventually the economic advantage started to pull through and come out ahead. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, hope you guys enjoyed it, as we show all of the stats here. If you got to this point of the video and you are not subscribed, you can fix that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.